Welcome to my channel. Here, I talk about music while looking good. It was a Selah moment. Oh, your girl done started a YouTube channel. Ooh, we about to have so much fun. Wait. Oh my God. Praise the Lord, everybody. Ooh. Song says it's been a long time coming. I was talking about the Winans version. What version were y'all thinking about? It's been a long time coming. It is Maya Ellington. Welcome to the first episode of one of the series that I'm gonna have on my channel. The name of this series is The Club Could Never. The club could never what, Maya? Do what gospel does. What does gospel do? It slaps, period. I love many different types of music, but gospel music is my favorite genre. It is what raised me. It continues to save me. It's so many things that these other genres are not. You have to have real talent to be respected, to be considered. You have to know how to sing. There's no lip sync. You gotta know how to play. You gotta know how to blend. And when I say all of this, 99% of the people, we have, some 1%ers, who for whatever reason gets a pass. This is real. Gospel music is a big pot of gumbo. Every other genre has been and is still being emulated in gospel music today. It was gospel music who introduced me to jazz, R&B, hip hop, rap, country, the blues, even other music styles of different cultures. In addition to great music, you receive great messages from some of the best songwriters in the land. You're either inspired, encouraged. It's also a creative way to learn the word of God for those of us who practice Christianity. Gospel artists, Black church people period, are some of the funniest, most entertaining people in the world. And what makes it so funny, they promise up and down that they are not here to entertain you. They're very serious too. That's the funniest thing. They will look you straight in your eye and will do stuff like this.
So many people said, please just do a little bit. I know we're not going to put it on the recording, but I just want to do it for you, right? Won't he make you himself?
Line is, some of y'all just here for a show. Yeah, this VIP ticket that I bought on Eventbrite, I am here for a show, so show me please. But they're so serious, convincing, slick fussing at you to where you start to second guess yourself. It's like, wait, am I in the wrong place? Is this not a show? Is this a service? Is this a conference? All in all, Black gospel, the Black church, houses some of the most special people in the world. And I want to join the group of people out there who is bringing gospel to the forefront in many different ways. Even though I am going to talk about other types of music, it's going to be a series dedicated to gospel music. We're going to talk about gospel music. We're going to rate it, review it, discuss it, debate it, constructively criticize it, celebrate it, honor it. It has been time for me to do this. I'm so excited. Welcome to the first episode of The Club Could Never. We're gonna talk about the most recent Verzuz, Mary versus BeBe Cece Winans. Baby, we got a lot to talk about. So my cousin Dee, hey Dee girl, she reposted about the next Verzuz, Mary versus BeBe Cece Winans. I was like, what? I had two main thoughts. I was excited, but I was like, why them two? It didn't make any sense to me until I started to think about everything, and honestly, the only difference between them, I would say, is age. And not necessarily like their physical age, but musically, their musical age, huge difference. BeBe and Cece came out in the 80s. Mary dropped 2000. You see a 20-year difference, and we know from the 80s to the new millennium, a total difference. But I really got to thinking about it. I couldn't think of any other duos that has had the effect that they have had, not only in gospel music, but in music, period. They are gospel's most famous duos. I can't think of anybody else, and I really tried. I mean, I could Google, but I mean, I'm a gospel lover. I would know. Yeah. They're the most successful duos of gospel music, and I think I'm right. Their musical reach superseded the four walls of the church. They definitely influenced outside genres, and it was very evident reading the comments as I was watching Verzuz, seeing all the love from producers, artists, songwriters who performed, produced, written some of the best songs in music history that are outside of gospel. They were slick, going more crazy than the people from the church. Whether it was the sound of their albums, the album covers, music videos, endorsements, BeBe and Cece, Mary, they've always produced great quality content. It was nothing, it gave budget. I'll just say that. Clearly they had something to work with, and they worked it well. Lastly, they had some of the best sounding R&B music, pop music ever. Y'all's favorite could never. And I love some of y'all's favorites. They're some of my favorites too. So that was my first thought. But once I went through everything, I said, okay, you know what? This actually makes sense. This is going to work. Both groups have extensive catalogs. They have way more similarities than differences. But my second thought though, and I know I was not the only one, I know Ciroc ain't about to have a bloodstained banner waving above Cece's head. I just know that ain't about to happen. Or is it? I was concerned. You know, not to say that people don't know better. When you see a thing, you used to seeing that thing, I was nervous. At this point, it's only room for two C's. Is it Ciroc? Is it Cece? Is it gospel? Is it
The gospel? Is it like, is it the
I just had one prayer request. God, don't let this camera turn on. And I see 3 mic stands on each side for background singers, and I see a whole band set up. We got songs to go through. I wanted to hear hits. I wanted to be reminded of why I love them, why I love gospel, and why the club can never, period. So fast forward to Verzuz. The camera comes on right on the dot at 8:30. We are in Pastor Warren and Erica Campbell's new beautiful church. It was decorated and decked out beautifully. Now some of y'all was talking about funeral flower arrangements. It was giving me wedding, but we not gonna act like it didn't look good in there. So I'm gonna go on and get my only issue out of the way with the whole Verzuz. Usually with Verzuz, it starts with whatever DJ is hired to be there with the artist, start everything off, you know, do praise and worship, exhort the people, and then from there, you know, the artist comes out. Well, when the cameras turned on, everybody was congregating and people still walking in, people talking and on the phone. It was just a lot while the DJ and Kev on stage were on stage and they were doing things wanting the audience to participate. Well, they didn't have the audience's full attention. So for me, this is all about me and how I feel. For me, there were some cringy moments, and I wish when the cameras turned on, it was Kev on stage, welcoming the audience, they're ready to go ham. The DJ could have did his show. He played about 5 to 7 songs that would have been great to see the audience go ham and for the world to see that. Sing this part, or y'all make some noise, and it was pretty much like mixed in with chatter. Could have been louder in the actual place, but I wish that the cameras didn't turn on until after everyone was seated, everyone was in place, and the audience gave their full attention to Kev on stage and the DJ. That was my only con of the night. Once Pastor Baby Dub prayed, like it was go time and it was cool. So naturally, when it comes to gospel anything, there's not supposed to be any type of competition, rivalry, ego, or anything of that sort. You know, it's kind of frowned upon. Everything is supposed to be to the glory of God. Everything is supposed to be for the advancing, the building of the kingdom, right? You know, it's not about us. So I didn't expect anything different but a gathering of the saints. But it was something about this moment right here.
Tell me the one thing you're most excited about with you and Mary Mary.
Proving that Mary Mary only has a couple of hits.
That kind of perked me up, and I was like, could it be? Are we about to be entertained? I was like, nah, you know, BeBe on the red carpet, feeling good, looking good, smelling good. He's just kidding. He was kidding. Here comes Kev on stage talking about flipping a coin.
We gonna flip a coin to see who goes first.
And then BeBe stepped to the mic like,
Flip no coin. Let them go first or let them go last. Makes no difference.
Okay.
baby, I was like, cause you know, Cece and the Mary, they came out all like, and then BeBe rolling up like,
What's good? Hey.
and it was at that moment that I knew that this was not about to be a kumbaya moment. Not completely. BeBe, baby, BeBe is ready for battle. BeBe puts the B in battle. Process it. There is a B in battle. BATTLEBE. Listen, I'm here for it. If you know your stuff is off the chain, then you know your stuff is off the chain. Same thing for Mary Mary too. I don't care if it is gospel music. It's fine to have friendly competition. It's okay. We are not gonna burst into flames. We are not gonna turn into a pillar of salt. It's gonna be all right. We can have a little friendly tit for tat and still at the end go to heaven. Ask me how I know. And what's crazy, that was not the only time he threw shots.
So are you afraid to share with the people the truth in your songs, or? Tina, did you know all the lyrics?
So they want to do Yesterday again.
Sing it again? Okay.
Hold that note again.
Listen, I know BeBe asked Kev on stage, why wasn't he hosting? Kev did what he needed to do. There was so much music to go through. There wasn't a lot of pauses in between songs, except when BeBe would say something. Baby, I know Kev on stage was the host, but BeBe was the Lord of hosts. BeBe was the host, okay? He really kept it running, and I guess he naturally has a gift for gab because he was so entertaining. He was so entertaining. I could not believe what we were witnessing. BeBe acted a nut on that stage. What were some of my favorite highlights? One of my Facebook friends, Cherie Evans, said every time a song played, she was literally taken back to a moment in her life. And I had the same experience. I was able to really pinpoint with BeBe and Cece and with Mary Mary. Where I was during this time, my age, what I was feeling. It's amazing that music is literally the soundtrack to our lives, to every moment, to every situation, to everything I plan and what to did. I'm sorry. Inside joke.
Through every situation I planned and what to did.
Music is attached to everything. It just sets off your life flashing before your eyes. So I had so many great memories, going crazy over songs that I haven't heard in a long time. They both have beautiful catalogs. There was never a weak moment with any of them. Another favorite highlight of the show was the DJ. This Verzuz had one DJ handling two hefty catalogs. I don't know what the preparation was. I'll be very interested in hearing how all of this came together. The DJ was on it. DJ Malski. Musically, he kept the show going. Third highlight, hearing them sing. And I thought that they were just gonna kind of, we literally got a free concert. Their voices, I mean, they sound the same. And Mary, baby, listen. Of course, they're both good individually, but they literally bring out the best in each other. I enjoy them best when they are together. Magical. Enjoyed Erica so much. One of the greatest altos. Don't play with Erica when she get in her singing bag. Oh my gosh. And her falsetto is stupid. Like, she has one of the best falsettos in the world. That Tina Campbell though, oh my God. First of all, I love Tina's voice. I feel like Tina could go down in the music history books as one of the greatest female vocalists of all time. I'm putting her up there with Whitney, Mariah Carey, Aretha Franklin, Ella Fitzgerald, going down in history because of her voice. Tina can sing her butt off, and it's no secret that she can. I'm talking technique wise when I say that I put her up there with the other greats, not just to gospel music, but to the world, and I firmly stand by that. Whatever, I said what I said. When she did Destiny, oh my God. First of all, one thing y'all gonna learn about me is I love the organ. I don't care what we doing, we need the organ. Why don't we have an organ? Always a place for an organ. Do you hear me? It was so good for her to sing that song, and even though the track was playing, to not only hear her sing on top of it, but for her to sing on top of it her own way. Oh baby, I heard everything that you was doing that night. Tonight.
And now that I've got Jesus helping me along the way, He's perfecting everything about this girl, making me brand new in every way.
That song ended, and then she went another round on that hook. Tana Campbell, there's some type of newness. Tina is glowing different. Something fell off and some is coming out. I am here for it. And I hope it is a step in the direction of us getting music from Mary Mary. Shout out to Warren Campbell. Shout out to Baby Dub. He produced majority of their music. It speaks to the amazing producer that he is, but also how he took care of these girls, how he musically took care of them. It can be hard being versatile and you're just one person. Just listening to all of these tracks that he produced, that he helped write. Warren, do we talk about Warren enough? Not just for what he's done in gospel music, but music period. We need to talk about Warren Campbell and give him his flowers. I know that people respect Warren. He's a musical genius. Publicly, how we talk about other, producers, we need to have a Warren Campbell talk. Watching Verzuz, it kind of checked me. Warren is really that nigga. I enjoyed Verzuz. That was a win for the world, for y'all to see how gospel gets down, and it was also a win for gospel for them to be on a huge platform like that. Whatever they get from that opportunity, I hope it's never ending on top of what they already have going on. They deserve it. Now, I do have a couple of things to say. I'm a fan of Verzuz. So usually, whether it's right after or it's the next morning, Swizz Beatz and Timbaland will go live together and just kind of recap the night before. I didn't see that. I wanted them to have a discussion the next day. I was a little disappointed in that. Second thing, where's the BeBe and Cece Winans versus Mary Mary versus official playlist? I don't know if there is something that's preventing them. If it's not, I want a playlist. I was expecting to play it the next day. Lastly, I want to see the numbers. I love when they will post the numbers within a week from all of the platforms. You know, if this is the process, I want to see that process on everybody. You know, I just want them treated like the other people. They're royalty. Okay, guys, well, this is episode 1 of The Club Can Never. That was my first review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't believe this is out. If you enjoyed this, please let me know by liking this video. Comment below, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. It'll let you know every time I upload a video. Also, I am a recording artist. I put out my first single last year called On. It is a dope R&B song. It is available everywhere. You should go check it out, stream it, download it, and let me know that you got it. And let me know what you think of it. You will not be sorry, I promise you. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram at Maya Ellington. Thank you guys so much for joining and watching my first video. Until next time, always remember, turn me up in the monitors and in the house. Bye.